Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to have a look at your Bazi chart and check how you can detect health issues based on the clashes that you may have with the year. Yeah, so this year we are in a wood dragon year. The dog clashes with the dragon. So what can we determine from this particular clash in terms of health? What kind of health issues could we derive when we're looking at our Bazi chart? So this is the analysis that we're going to look at. And we will go through each one of the animal signs and have a look at what body parts are represented and therefore what kind of health issues we are looking at. So first things first, as always, you need to plot your Bazi chart. You can go to this link here that is on the screen, and I'll also post it in the description to the video. You do not necessarily need your time of birth, but if you have it, that's always better because it gives us a bit more of a complete picture. And so we get all components and we can actually look at everything that is in the chart. So if you have your time of birth, please do plot the chart with your time of birth. Now, what we are looking at once we've plotted the chart is the natal chart itself. This is what you have here in the pink boxes. So you have an animal sign in the year, you've got an animal sign in the month, where you've got one in the day and one in the hour. Let me just quickly show you. So here you've got the tiger in the year. So this is a person born in the year of the tiger, in a goat month, on a monkey day, and in a monkey hour. So all of these animal signs can represent potential health risks in your Bazi chart. Now, they're not always activated, of course, otherwise we would be sick constantly. But depending on what year we are going through, these animal signs and the corresponding body parts may get activated if you are not careful, all right? And for this, we then obviously also need to know what animal clashes with each of them. So the tiger clashes with the monkey, the goat clashes with the ox, the monkey clashes with the tiger, and here in the hour, also again, the monkey clashes with the tiger. So here we already have a clash within the chart, but we're not actually concerned with the clash that is already present in the natal chart. We are now looking at a clash that is incoming through a year. So in this current year here, 2024, this is a dragon year, right? And so we need to understand what animal clashes with the dragon and whether or not you have that animal sign in your chart. So the dragon itself clashes with the dog. And so if you do have the dog in your chart, then certain health risks that are associated with the dog may apply to you. All right. Now let's have a look at these clashes for all those who are new to Bazi and maybe don't know what the clash is. Here we go. So the first one is a dragon and the dog. This is the clash that comes into effect this year. So we are going this year through a dragon year. And because the dragon clashes with the dog, everyone who has a dog in their Bazi chart may experience certain health issues, especially if you have the dog in the day. Now, the dog pertains to your feet, your legs, and just generally the limbs, yeah? Arms, legs, feet. So you have to be extra careful, especially, of course, if you are an athlete, because, you know, you may injure your legs, you may trip, you may break your leg, or any such activities, you may want to be a little bit more careful, yeah? So if you have the dog in the chart, then these are the body parts you need to be extra careful of. Now, let's say we go through a dog year and you have the dragon in the chart, then you need to be careful with your shoulder blades, the chest in general, stomach problems may be affected, and skin issues. So maybe you get an eczema, or maybe you get more scratches than usual for whatever reason. You're just not careful, or you bruise easily in this year. Maybe like your shoulder gets a little bit stiffer this year. Yeah. So whenever you go through a dog year and you have the dragon in your natal chart, then you may be affected, or these kind of body parts may be affected. So again, we are not at all concerned with the clash you may already have in your Bazi chart. So let's say you have a dragon and a dog already in your chart. Not so relevant. We are looking at what is coming in. All right. Now, the next clash we have here is, oops, sorry, the rat and the horse. So let's say we go through a rat year and you have the horse in your chart. Then you need to be extra careful with your mental well-being, because the horse has to do with your mental health. It has to do with emotions, your spirit. Yeah, maybe you get a little bit more or it's more easy for you to get depressed or demotivated, or you're just feeling down more frequently than usual. So if you have the horse in the chart and you go through a rat year, it's very, very important that you take care of your mental health and your emotions, that you do something that lifts you up, that helps you emotionally. Maybe you just do something nice for yourself throughout the year. Yeah. Do things that make you happy and that lift your spirits. And then it's much, much easier for you to go through that year. Now, conversely, if we go through a horse year and you have the rat in the chart, then you need to be a little bit more careful with your bladder, your urinary system, your ears, your genitals, both male and female, but mostly male. You may also need to be a little bit more careful with your blood pressure or blood in general. Maybe take a blood test at the beginning of the year to check that everything is in the normal range. So these are the body parts that are associated with the rat. And so if you go through a horse year, then these, and you have the rat in the chart, be a little bit more careful and take note of anything that just doesn't feel right when it comes to these body parts and organs. Now, the next one is the ox and the goat. So let's say we go through an ox year and you have the goat in the chart, then you need to be extra careful with anything that has to do with your backbone, yeah, the spine. Maybe you feel like discomfort, or you kind of, trap a nerve in your spine, or whatever, you have back pain, these kind of issues, but it's like mostly the larger backbones. The goat also relates to the diaphragm and the abdomen, but mostly with females. So mostly female reproductive organs. So that is something that you need to be careful with. Now, conversely, if we go through a goat year and you have the ox in your chart, then you need to be careful with your chest, with your spleen, and with your legs. Yeah, not so much the feet, not so much the limbs overall, it's just the legs, the spleen, and the chest. So anything in the chest area could also be your respiratory system. If you are a woman, obviously, maybe get a check for breast cancer. All of these things, just be a little bit more aware of what's going on health-wise. Then the next one here, we've got the tiger and the monkey. So if we're going through a tiger year and you've got the monkey in the chart, like in the example that we just saw, this person has two monkeys in the chart. So they have to be very, very careful with their lungs, or just generally, I would say respiratory system, not just the lungs, but also the throat, the nose, anything that that is considered respiratory. Your big intestines, nerve health. Yeah. If you're someone who's super tense all the time, or gets easily aggravated or easily anxious, that may be a year then where you need to need to take care of your mental health. And also the veins. Yeah. So those who are already suffering from enlarged veins or maybe tighter veins, very careful with that. Monitor this a little bit. Now, conversely, if we're going through a monkey year and you have the tiger in your chart, then again, you need to watch out for injuries to the hands, the legs. So once again, it's the legs, mostly due to maybe accidents in traffic, for example, or sports injuries, and also your gallbladder. Yeah, make sure that maybe you take a few more supplements or you have your gallbladder checked during those years. Then the next one we've got here is the rabbit and the rooster. So this clash here, let's say we're going through a rooster year and you have the rabbit in the chart, then you need to be careful with your genitals, your liver, and your fingers. Yeah, the finger bones, not the hands, it's just the finger bones. Yeah. Again, it doesn't mean that you break your fingers, but you may just be a little bit clumsier this year, and then you trap your finger in a car door or whatever it is. You cut yourself while you're preparing dinner. It could be minor things, but it will just tend to happen more often. Liver health is extremely important if you have the rabbit in your chart and we're going through a rooster year. So, make sure you don't drink that much alcohol in a year like that. Really focus on your liver health, maybe get a liver check, and also genitals. So rooster rabbit clash often indicates sexually transmitted diseases. Yeah, so be extra careful, especially when you are single and you're out, you mingle with other people. Yeah, hookups and all of that. It's not to say that you can't do it, but be a bit more careful and a bit more aware of the dangers in that particular year. Now, on the other hand, if we're going through a rabbit year and you have the rooster in your chart, then you are most prone to any sort of illnesses or ailments that relate to the small intestine, the nose, and your ovaries. So obviously, especially for women, the ovaries, please get them checked at the beginning of the year just to make sure that everything is okay. And then lastly here, we've got the snake and the pig clash. Now, next year, we are going through a snake year. And so for all those of you who have the pig in the chart, you need to be particularly aware of any ailment that could affect your lower body. And for men in particular, the scrotum. Yeah, so the testicles and the scrotum. But just generally male or female, the lower body. Yeah, anything from the waist down. Um, Obviously legs, feet, toes, all of these kind of body parts are more prone uh, to any sort of injury. Yeah, if you are a very sportive person, make sure you take extra precautions during those years. Now, on the other hand, if we're going through a pig year and you have the snake in your chart, then what is affected is, or what could be affected is your face, your throat, your teeth, and anything to do with the anus, because the snake represents the anus. So if you are prone to getting hemorrhoids, that may be an issue in a pig year and you have the snake in the chart. But other than that, teeth, throat, and face in general. So extra careful with your teeth. Yeah, maybe you can have an extra checkup with the dentist during those years. Obviously, not only during a pig year, but all years or every year. But if you do have the snake in the chart, then you have to be extra careful with these sort of things. All right. So these are the clashes that can tell us about what sort of health issues we may encounter. So take a look at your Bazi chart. What animal signs do you have there in the year, the month, the day, and the hour? And what would be a clash here? That will tell you then what is affected or what body part you need to pay extra attention to, right? So we're not, again, we're not concerned with the internal clash. We are concerned with the clash that is coming in and then triggers a health issue in one of the animal signs in our chart. And the most important one is the one in the day, because that one relates to our health, our body in particular. All right. So I hope this helps you guys detecting health issues through your Bazi chart a little bit easier. If you do have any questions, any comments, as always, please put them in the comment section below. I'm happy to hear from you. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can, of course, do so. Contact me directly. My email address is in the description to the video. And in the meantime, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel so I can grow my channel. And please share this video with anybody who may be interested. All right, see you guys soon. Take care.